No, it's not that I'm burnt out from Apex. It's not enjoyable. It's not fun. It's not fun.
Streamers and content creators play a very important role in the success of any game, but especially a game like Apex that was basically launched off of the backs of these content creators and streamers. Back in 2019, when Respawn officially announced Apex, instead of going to a major gaming event like E3 or even Gamescom, Respawn decided to randomly reveal Apex Legends to the world, and they had a ton of streamers promoting it off launch. 14 seasons have now passed since the launch of Apex, and it seems like this game has been losing some of its top names. So why are the biggest streamers quitting Apex Legends? Well, there's a couple of reasons. First of all, we have the main reason, and we also have some secondary reasons. So before I explain to you the main reason and I give you guys my thoughts on that, let's take a look at the secondary reasons. It's no secret that if you want to be a successful streamer and content creator, you need to have longevity. Now, this is a common practice among some of the biggest streamers like XQC and Shroud. These guys are able to play many different games of different genres as well, and they still have a dedicated audience waiting to see their every move. But if you only stream one game and you build your entire audience off of that game, you're essentially running the risk of losing relevancy if that game does die. This is exactly why one of the biggest Apex Legends streamers, Lulu Lovely, stepped back from Apex for a while and decided to try different games.
Going into variety is scary. It's not always an easy transition, especially if you've raised your community in one single game. So like a while ago, I started conditioning my community for variety. So, I would stream Apex first and then I would switch at the very last, hour or two. But I mean, at first it was really tough. I was scared to do variety. And sometimes I still get really scared to not start the stream with Apex. But I mean, I love variety and I am kind of in that spot of my career where I've been trying to figure out what my next step is.
So simply put, if you want to have a long and lasting career as a streamer, it would be in your benefit not to tie your success to one specific game, which is why Apex has taken the back seat on so many different streams. Streamers like It's Timmy and Asu often spend their time playing different games like Valorant on stream, and even though that's not what the majority of their audience may want to see, it's still better than playing one game and losing all of your audience if that game does fall off. Now let's talk about the main reason why streamers are leaving Apex. Apex Legends simply has not been growing as a game. This game is currently going on its 15th season, and if you've been streaming since day one, you might be a little bit burnt out, especially if the game isn't evolving. While Apex will always remain a fun game at its core because of its mechanics and because of its movement, there's issues that Respawn still hasn't addressed. For example, streamers and content creators have been begging Respawn to add a solo mode.
It's hard to solo right now? Yeah, regardless of what you do, whether you solo queue ranked or you play pub solo, in general, solo queuing on Apex right now is not fun.
Even though Apex is meant to be a game about team play and team coordination, when you have random players on your team that just don't match your own skill level, it often feels like the team play aspect in Apex is actually a bad thing. And as an Apex Legends streamer, why would you want to be forced to play with bad teammates live every single time you stream? Not every single streamer wants to play ranked, and also not every streamer wants to go in pubs with a full team. This obviously would make the process of playing Apex Legends live on stream a very frustrating one. And that's only just one example. There's also a lack of incentive for streamers to continue playing Apex. When we look at Apex's main rivals in the Battle Royale space, we have Warzone and Fortnite. Both of these games have something called creator codes. So if you're a fan of a specific content creator or streamer, you could buy a skin, put in that code, and a percentage of the revenue from that skin you just bought will go to your favorite content creator or Twitch streamer. And even though all of Apex's main rivals in the Battle Royale space have this, Apex still doesn't. Now don't get me wrong, of course Apex also has features that many of these games don't have, and I'm also not saying that these games are more fun or even better than Apex. But if Apex really wants to keep their content creators and streamers, they need to do a better job of catering to them. In terms of pure potential, this game has an infinite amount. The gameplay is great. We also have 4 Battle Royale maps and over 20 legends to choose from. But it still sometimes feels like Apex takes its creators for granted. Apex has still managed to keep most of its content creators because there hasn't been a game good enough to really rival it. But what happens when a game is created that has great gameplay mechanics, great movement, and everything that Apex players love? Should Respawn and EA just simply wait for that to happen? Or should they take the steps now to ensure that the streamers they do have less of a reason to leave? I really want to hear what you guys have to say about this one. So as always, leave your thoughts down below. But with that said, that's it for me today.